Hello and welcome to the BFF Real Podcast, where we pick a movie and rant about it, always keeping it 100% real. We're your hosts, Edgar.
And I'm Jayla, and today we want to invite you into our conversation on the film BAPS, otherwise known as Black American Princess. A little synopsis before we start so we're all on the same page. And it reads as waitresses at Georgia restaurant, Nissy? Did you ever get that? I could not pick that up in the film. Is it Nissy?
I don't
Nissy.
know.
We watched the same. Nissy is Halle Berry's character. And Mickey decide to fly to Los Angeles for a music video audition in order to raise money for their dream project, a business that combines soul food dining with a hair salon. Circumstances eventually find the Southern ladies on the estate of Mr. Blakemore, an elderly millionaire. Despite their vast cultural differences, Nissy and Mickey form a close bond with Blakemore and his butler. That's the whole scenario. That doesn't get into any of the plot. Dang, they didn't want to reveal nothing, I guess. But no, yeah, that's the synopsis of the film. And before we even get into the meat, just basic. Did you like it, Edgar?
I hated this freaking movie. No, I love this
Ooh,
movie. It was so good. They don't make movies like these anymore. I'm surprised that it was that good because I'm like, this should be talked about way more.
you liked it?
Like, I should have been watched this. I did like it. Did you like it? Did
I
you not
liked
like
it.
it?
No, okay, I have opinions about it. I liked it. I did like it, but it was.
Get her, y'all. It's
Ah,
Black History Month too.
don't listen,
That's
listen, listen,
her.
listen. I
That's
know
her
I'm
white
not the
side
only one.
speaking.
Ah, listen, I'm on my 12-hour plan today, and currently I'm repping my soul. But no, so what I was thinking was when I said that, oh, we should watch this movie, I was thinking it was gonna be like, obviously it was a buddy movie. There's two people and they have like an adventure. But I thought it would be more like White Chicks. Not in the way of like obviously detective is a completely different like plot wise, but I thought it would be like White Chicks comedy, and it was not. You know what I mean? I thought it would be white chicks comedy in the way that white chicks they go to like this white place and they kind of have to fit in being white chicks. But this
Mm.
movie, they go into this Beverly Hills and they have to try to fit in kind of. But there's a couple things about it that like obviously it's been this movie came out in what was it 1997, and obviously it's 2023 right now, so this is like coming from the lens of
Damn.
somebody. Halle Berry looks good for her. I'm gonna just say
Did you
it.
say 2023?
2000, yeah, 24. Oh, listen. Oh,
Girl,
we're like 2 months in. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. Barely. We're barely 2 months
listen.
in. Listen, I need like
It
a
counts.
nah.
Listen.
Reset.
It counts for Jesus,
2024.
Shayla.
Fudgy. No. What he know about Baps,
They gonna get
anyways?
you.
Come get me then. Anyways, I'm
Ooh.
not scared. But no, obviously different lens, different like ideas. But the biggest thing, I'm gonna just jump into it then. The biggest thing though was how they managed the intricate, like how the two girls changed by the end of the film. I didn't like that. If you notice throughout the film, they like lost their quote unquote tackiness. They stopped wearing grills at the end of the film. Their hair got more straight and not like they lost their touch, and it was like dang. They stopped wearing like these fancy or like brighter colors. And yes, I'm talking about like by the end of the film where they were opening their hair salon slash food restaurant, which bad idea. I'm gonna say it. That's the worst idea you could do. You know what happens when you do your hair next to fried food? Your hair just smells like fried food all day. How are you gonna have a restaurant in a? How are you gonna have a salon in the back of a restaurant and not like account for those things? I don't know who was the director. I didn't look that up or nothing. But bad idea. Just no. as someone who does their hair like black people. No,
Girl, what was she gonna eat? You was gonna says you better starve. I know you don't be cooking, so it's like
soul food. No, that
it's just
doesn't
be
matter.
cooked.
It's soul food. That's grease. That's good stuff, and it's gonna make your hair smell like that all day.
But she wanted good food. You was gonna eat
But not
that
in the
dry
back
ass
of a
unseasoned
no,
food.
no, but not in the back of a hair salon. She could cook all she wants. That could
Oh,
look
oh,
good.
you mean the restaurant?
Yes, yes. The one they
Oh,
opened up at the end. You cannot do
okay.
that. No, I disagree with that
Okay.
ending. That's one.
So the director was Robert Townsend, Townsend, or
What
the
else he
fuck
do?
you say that last name? He did. Dang,
Uh,
he did nothing good. He did. Yeah.
get him,
Oh my
y'all.
goodness.
Get him, y'all. Like what?
What the- Yeah, audience, tell me if you go in just a good movie that he made. I think
Babs?
he made a lot of like black classics for sure. However,
You
I
just
do
said.
not recognize any of them.
All right, Robert Townsend. Robert Townsend. Movies and TV shows. The Meteor Man
Like
looks
he
so.
was like in. I mean, meh.
Oh,
He's
he's
still
the
alive. He
bear.
can still try. No, he's not the director. He might be in the cast,
That's a
but I've
good.
heard of it. Have you
Listen,
watched The Bear?
I haven't watched it, but it won. It won
I've
like
heard of it.
It's really good actually. Like I haven't watched it, but I've seen
He's an
clips
actor.
in it.
He's an actor in The Bear. Yeah, but he's not.
He
Yeah,
switched,
I want to watch it solely for Miss Ao.
and she
That's
got
the
her
only reason.
awards as she should.
Mm-hmm.
Queen.
That's why I want to watch it so bad, just because of her.
But
Mm.
anyways, back to my critiques about this movie. I just don't like how at the end they kind of shed the personality that we not only like grew accustomed to, but it's like significantly black person, like black culture weaved in their personality, and they just shed it at the end. Their hair goes from like curly,
Mhm.
expressive to straight down. Like I said, they lose the grills. Like it, they lose the color, the pops of color that they wear with their clothes. It just feels a little distasteful. And like, what is the message? Like, once you get rich, you can finally
Mhm.
shed that black culture. Like, I don't think they were really thinking about the message there.
I mean, keep in mind it was the '90s, and you know how they was in the '90s.
I
I think
mean, yeah.
I now that you say it, like I do realize that. Um, damn. Yeah, no, that's true. They got colonized, and I would too for Shaq. Honestly,
You would do that in Black History Month? Nah, no, 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 no. Come for him right here. No, 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 no. You're not about to
girl,
say that in Black History Month.
nah,
That's crazy. You must be on them other 12 hours because
you
there's no
wouldn't,
way. For a check
girl, you wouldn't.
in Black History Month? No, I would not.
Black History Month. As soon as the month is over, you were like, what are you gonna do as soon as the month is over, Jayla?
Listen, to be determined. To be determined. All right.
Exactly.
I'm a different person then.
No.
I have no, listen, that's a
Mm,
different me.
okay, Miss Mojo.
Oh,
Um.
oh. Now we gonna get copyrighted now. Why you have to mention her? That's crazy. In
Mhm.
any case, no, I
Oh.
think there's that. There was some funny moments, but the humor didn't always hit for me. I'm gonna be honest. There were some funny moments.
Yeah,
Um,
same. I think it was just I really like the two lead characters.
yeah. Do you
Like
know?
that was pretty much it. Well, clearly, Halle Berry,
Right. Um,
and then the other one, eh,
the,
Natalie Desselle.
mhm.
What
She
was
was
she?
from
Oh,
a
she was in the
classic movie.
Cinderella.
What is she in?
Cinderella. She was
Oh,
in
Brandy,
Cinderella.
the Brandy Cinderella.
Mm. Yeah, and she was
Um,
on set it off.
Yes,
It
that's what
was
I was about to say. That's a good movie. We should. Oh,
and she was in Maria family. Maria's big happy family.
oh, that's actually my favorite Medea movie. Which one is she? Where? Wait. Where is
Yeah,
she in that movie?
I think she's in
Oh, she was the wife of the husband who was like a punk. I remember
it.
that.
Now you're saying she was the wife of the husband.
That's how she was like the hard headed. She was like mean. She was funny in that movie. That was my favorite.
Mm,
Byron. Okay. You know I sound like a sorry. Wanna take care of your baby. That was so ghetto. God,
but
that
Halle
was so
Berry
ghetto.
is.
Of
I
course.
did not recognize her. I'm not gonna lie, but I
Really?
also, in general, just don't recognize her. Don't come for me, y'all. I am bad at
Now
these
you should come
things.
for
I
that.
know the name.
Miss
I know the
Storm,
name for sure.
Miss Storm,
Well, now I
Catwoman.
know that.
But like
Well, yes.
she even had like the short hairstyle.
Like whenever I see her, I don't recognize like, oh, that's Halle Berry.
That's
Like
crazy.
I don't. I'm sorry.
Search her up now. She looks
She's
good for
pretty.
her age. She looks
I mean,
amazing.
yeah,
She don't crap.
she has an amazing career. She's on like
Hmm.
a lot of hits, but I didn't recognize, and that's no tea. I love her. She's a great actor.
That's a little
She
tea.
ate this movie up,
That's some tea.
but
She's like one of the people you should. If you recognize any actors, she should be one of them.
listen, you're like
But
murder this
anyway,
bitch.
you better.
Anyways, I did like a lot of the fashion, but you did point out that they take it away. However, when it was there, the fashion and the hair, like that was iconic,
Uh
and
huh.
I think like even for its time, like I don't recall like a lot of people were doing that. It wasn't that like this is a staple of that movie. You
Mm,
know,
I feel like
clearly I know like styles and like I know like Afro styles and stuff like that. However, like this is the very different from what was actually happening though. Even though like it
really.
was elevated and it was taken out there. Oh, for sure, yeah.
I mean, you there was like competitions where that kind of. Are you thinking about like when they were on the plane and they were like, "Yo, move your head, take it off."
Yeah,
That was kind of funny.
yeah. That's just
Um,
good. Hmm.
that was funny. There was like, oh, also the nails. Always.
As soon as I saw them nails, like when they were like serving the food, like as soon as I was like,
He's like, yup,
I was like,
that's
yep.
exactly where we from. That's crazy how it kind of like evolved to. You see like women with their nails today, and it's like charms and stuff like that. But like,
No, I still see them.
do you? Ah,
Depends on where you go. Depends on where you go.
that's true. My mom was a
It
hairdresser
got them.
for like 40 years, and there's always this nice little lady at the front desk, and her nails were so long. I always was like, how she scrub someone's scalp with
Mhm.
those nails? I'm confused. But at the end of the movie, they
Mhm.
also cut their
She
nails.
was at the front desk.
Typing on a how she type on a keyboard with those nails? I'm saying I'm impressed. Okay, I'm saying I'm impressed with whatever she got going on. By the end of the movie, they take that out too. It's like, damn. What else do you? Are you guys even the same girls anymore? Like, yeah.
They got Colin. They did it for a check. It wasn't even Black History Month, and they was doing this.
But they
So
could have. They got the check
listen.
anyway. They got the check for being Black African, Black American princesses. Okay, that's why they got the check. Them colonizing was like after the
Mhm.
check, which is insane. Insane.
Well, it was kind of before.
Yeah. Okay. It was like a steady
Yeah.
incline, which is tragic, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I'll give them a slight pass because like at the very end of the movie, they went back to like, okay, we open up our salon restaurant because her thing's hair, her thing's like cooking, like
Food. Yeah.
especially like soul food.
Hmm.
And then like I remember like the Menzies, we'll get to the Menzies, like they got also their business, and you saw like all the like luxury cars lined up, and all the drivers are black, as they should. Oh,
As they should.
so
They definitely use the
yeah.
woman's money. You know what? Let's talk about the men. Let's talk about the men.
No, we're hopping to it. I want to. Okay,
Oh,
before
okay.
that, I want to just talk about in general. Like, let's start. They wanted to go for a damn dance competition. Would you set up for? Would you fly to LA for a dance competition, J Lo?
You know what? I was like,
Well, not dance. Let's say like something on your specialty. Like, let's say like whatever.
I
Would
was
you?
just
Would you be like,
saying.
ooh, let's go, girl?
At the beginning of this movie, I was like, too real. It's kind of hitting. Like, like say,
I was too.
using life savings to go to Cali. They were
Mm.
very. I wouldn't do what they did. Like just seeing something on TV. What did she say? She's like her grandmother
Well,
said
what
something
could you
about
do back
threes.
then? Go on your phone and search it up. They had beepers,
That's a good
Shayla.
point. That's a
Would you
good
would
point.
just beep them like, "Ooh, what's going on?"
I
Just trying to
mean,
code the beepings.
it wasn't. They had cell phones. They could have called somebody. They could have. I'm pretty sure
Landlines.
they had.
How are you gonna know who to call, Jayla?
They have phone books. They have computers. I'm pretty sure back then it wasn't like our big computers, but they had
They
like
weren't like yeah, but they weren't like
they
fake
weren't
like
rich.
spread out or anything. They
Listen,
weren't
they could have
rich.
hopped over to a library and
They
did
had
their
beepers,
research.
Jayla.
Listen, I didn't see. Did they use beepers in the film?
Yes,
They did. I do not recall.
yes,
Listen, that's above me.
Jayla.
I don't even know how a beeper works, so I'm gonna just leave that out. Why would I know how a beeper? I was about to say, you old ass bitch. How would you know? But as to your
You know the Kim
question,
Possible song. Ooh.
oh, that's true. Oh, huh. Anyways, back to your question. I that is a goal, but not the way they did it. They were very like they were just like, oh yeah, let's drop everything and run. We got boyfriends, f them. Let's go. Like, I have
Fuck
another
that
thing about
man.
them.
Okay,
Yeah.
the boyfriend. Okay, the light skin. Didn't he look like Lin Manuel Miranda? I saw him like, ooh, that's Lin Manuel.
No way. When after the makeover or before?
Before,
Really? I could not go over that
yeah,
man's hair. I was like, who
I was
is
like,
this?
he hit the perm.
He had the perm. Yo, I did
No,
not
he
think
definitely gave me Lin Manuel Miranda.
that's crazy. I did not think
Hmm.
that for a second.
Really?
No. But now that you say, I mean, I guess was that Pierre
He looks a
Edwards?
little bit. I'm gonna send you this picture of him.
All right, send me
Wait,
that picture.
cause there ain't
Oh,
no
you
way
know
you're gonna
what?
gaslight me.
You know what?
Oh, now you, now you looking at pictures.
You know what? If I squint a little bit, they both have that like
Squint
they both have that
the light skin wrist.
yeah. I was gonna say the Ernie from Bert and Ernie kind of face, like the long head. And it's the goatee too. Yeah, okay. You thought it was Lynn? You're like Lynn?
Well, I knew it wasn't Lynn because it was like in the '90s, and Lynn was like teenager. But
If I squint a little bit. Let us know in the comments, y'all. I
it's
don't
okay.
think like I don't know. He's just light skinned and he has a particular haircut and goatee.
I searched this man up, and you will not believe what popped up.
Oh,
I
what
sent it
popped
to
up?
you, and it's on Spotify.
It's on Spotify. What he
It's from the Spotify page.
at his grown age? What's going on? Yo, there's been too many of that. First Drake, and now you know what? Never mind. Let's get on. Um, the men. You said he looked like Lynn. Okay, all right.
Yeah, and I sent you the picture, and I proved it.
If you squint,
Hmm.
let us know. But if you, okay, I'll let that slide. Um,
Anyways,
the other man, the Mickey's
he
man.
barely got no line.
He barely had any
He barely got any
lines.
lines.
He
He barely got any
also
development.
nope,
Mm.
none at all. He's just like the second guy that they were like, you know how
Yeah,
back then they casted people to play their love interest like according to the same height and skin color? Because like Halle
yeah,
Berry was light and tall, so her boyfriend was
yeah.
light and tall.
All like skin. They mashed.
They match, and same thing with the friend. Mickey was shorter and dark skinned, and he was shorter and dark skinned. It was like, yo, please. That's how you cast siblings, maybe. Not oh. But no,
Listen.
Mickey was kind of trifling for that. She fully almost went with that. That being said, she better than
Didn't he
me.
look like Michael Jackson?
No, he didn't. The Italian man? The
Yes.
Italian man?
What was it?
No.
Antonio?
Antonio, yeah.
They?
He did not. He looked fine though. He did not look like Michael Jackson. No.
I'm gonna say, wait,
Please
because
do.
they ain't no way. I'm not.
Not you compare. He's white. He's white.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't even.
Yeah, I meant it. Wait,
He looks like a man named Gusto in some like
so
Gusto in like a white woman's book fantasy. He's got like the white shirt. He has the white. Yo. I'm gonna send you this picture. This is exactly what I think his career went into. Good on that man. Nah, but when he was like seducing her and he like took off his pants a little bit, she's better than me. She's not better than me actually, because she turned him down
I was
knowing that she had a
no,
man back
because
at Georgia. She's trifling for that. She's so messed up.
I was like no, because when I first saw him, I was like, ooh, but then I was like, he looked like Michael Jackson, not like fine Michael Jackson, white Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying?
Stop. It's just because
Look
he's
at what I
really.
sent you.
Okay, let me see.
Look at it real quick. Just look at it and turn away real quick.
Ooh, ooh. Oh, I see it. He looks like he would be casted as Michael
That's
Jackson
white
in
Michael
like
Jackson.
Scary Movie or something, or like those
Yeah,
movies. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. See, so I'm not lying.
but like you have to glance and look away. That's not an
Yeah,
equivalent.
but in the shots, because it was like dark and it was like the side of stuff, like, oh.
Don't
That's what
you
Rose made it.
ever
I think that was the inspiration. Like he saw
no
Michael Jackson saw that movie and was like, bet.
on
He took
Black
that
History.
screenshot and sent it to girl.
Michael Jackson was like that in the 80s. This movie came out in the 90s.
Jayla, he didn't get like that until like the 2000s.
No, he sang bad. Do you don't
Yes.
remember Bad and stuff?
What?
Bad, the music video for Bad. He's bad. Dun, 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 dun.
Girl, you're not gaslighting me.
You're comparing Michael Jackson to a white man in Black History Month, so I don't think I could get much lower.
Girl, he could he did that to himself. So don't blame that
No!
at me.
Listen, there's no way. You keep Michael Jackson's name out of your mouth, actually. That is a
Let me see.
tragedy. I sent you the
Oh,
photo
Black
too.
History. Oh, you might be right.
I
I
am
got my
right.
timelines messed up with Michael Jackson.
Nah, because you really try to gaslight me right there. That's probably your
Oh,
third strike right there. No more speaking for you. No
girl,
more
I
black
wasn't
celebrity
born. I
gossip for
can't.
you. That doesn't matter. That does not matter, and you know it, and you wrong for that. Shame.
Okay, listen, I'm Caribbean. I don't. I can't.
That does
You're
not
not that
matter.
from
That does not
here,
matter. Michael Jackson was famous everywhere. They loved him in China. He was famous everywhere.
bitch. Do I look like I'm from China?
You look like you from somewhere. And he was famous everywhere. Okay, so you have no
He was.
excuse.
He was
Nah.
famous everywhere.
But back to the men, the actual men that was in the film, not Michael Jackson. Um,
Girl.
again with Mickey. You know what? Mickey's boyfriend gave me the ick. Do you remember when he started crying? Like, you deserve white puppies.
Oh,
Oh, I got so
you
uncomfortable.
damn. You're like emotional
Oh,
man. You're one of those women that be like,
girl, girl, he was
I
like
can't
this.
cry.
There was no emotion in that performance. He was just like looking. He did this. He did this. You deserve the world. Couldn't see his face, couldn't see nothing. He's, you deserve the world, but I can't give it to you.
I
You
don't
deserve all
listen.
this. Literally, hand placement and everything. And then he got knocked off the balcony. Like, damn.
Get your ass. Listen.
That was like a, oof. Nah, he gave me the ick. And again, he didn't have any, he was just there for like another romantic partner, which I guess, give that man his money, I guess. But like, it's fine. Like you said, the girls, they were like the main stars of the show, obviously, and I liked their dynamic. They were
Hmm.
cute. It was like it was fun. I and I wrote this too. I want more girl buddy comedy, black girl buddy comedies. The only ones I could really think of is like Girls Trip with you know, them girls from this era. Let me see.
There's a few like recent ones that I could think of.
I was thinking maybe Bottoms, but it's not black. There's one black character,
Bottoms.
but it's
Yeah, no, it's not. I wasn't thinking bottoms. I was thinking, what's it called? What Men Want. I would consider that one of those.
I think for I think it specifically needs to be two. Isn't that one? What men
Really?
want? Is that when she could like see into their minds? I mean, hear their
Yeah.
thoughts.
Well, there's four of them. There's four of them. One is white, but there's four of them. The three of them, three are black.
I think buddy
Well, one of them at
comedies,
least.
like a big thing with buddy comedies, is it has to be like two people, usually the same sex,
Mm.
and they like go somewhere and they do something, and it's like a bunch of charades and stuff like that. I want to see that
Okay.
so bad. So like that's why I thought of Girls Trip, but that's for girls. It's not like that's more of like a group comedy film. I want to see this more, but more like for our time. You know what I mean? Because
Mm.
like there was a lot of things that were obviously of that time, like you know the style, the hair, the fashion. That was obviously of that time. But also, I noticed, and this is crazy to think about now, but and I'm not sure about this, but they mention MTV a lot. And obviously, that's like with BET, MTV is like the main black station that you think of. Um, in that time, like the 90s, you think of BET and MTV because those were the big things. But they were
I
also
wouldn't say
talking
MTV
about
was ever black.
it was like that's where pop was. Michael Jackson, uh,
Well, yeah, I know
Ricky
that.
Martin, Charlie. It's you know, and also they did music. They did a lot of music, so it's like
Yeah,
besides the
but it wasn't
point,
like just. I
it
don't
wasn't
know.
just black, yeah, but it was like a lot of black famous people got their like
Hmm.
time to shine. But did you? And I didn't, so I'll own up to it. But any of the celebrities that they were like, "Oh my god, it's you! Oh my god, I didn't know this. I didn't know any of those people. Not a single person." And you could tell they were famous at that time. So like, if you were born back then and you saw the people in this movie, you'd be like, "Oh my god, they got that person." But
Were they
like,
actually?
yes, I didn't look them up, but you could tell that they were like, oh my, because why else would you have them in the film? I think like they just got a bunch of people to set that day. And then they were like, oh, can you just be in this movie real quick? We got to make these girls seem like crazy, like fans, like, you know, just like the viewers at home are.
Mm,
But
mm-hmm.
that's kind of crazy because obviously things date a film, but like celebrities dating a film so that who knows, maybe in like 2077, you're not going to know like Timothy Charlemagne or uh, who's popular right now. Like, oh, not you. Ooh, you know what? It's Black History Month. I'll let it slide. Let me pick a. See, I don't even say it by 2077. Do you think we're going to know who Ayo is? Ayo? Hopefully. I like her. She deserves all her props. But like, would that be a obscure reference that people aren't gonna like know? Kind of like how when I watched this movie, I was like, I don't know who these people are. Am I supposed to clap? Am I supposed to snap? Like, it just dates a
I
film.
mean, yeah, you need to get like stars like Beyonce.
Oh, timeless
Beyonce
people.
was, yeah, Beyonce was popular when this. Yeah, yeah, she was.
I think she was still in.
So
She was
they
definitely
should
still
got
in Destiny's
Beyonce.
Child. They didn't have Beyonce money.
Yeah.
You know they did not have Beyonce money.
Well, Beyonce Destiny's Child money because that's different. Beyonce money.
That's that okay.
They probably didn't know that Beyonce. I mean,
Ah,
they should have
listen,
known.
they should have known. They already had Halle
Should have
Berry.
known.
That's like I know most of the budget went to
Yeah,
her and Mickey's character.
but that was like
Forgetting her
early
name.
Halle Berry though, because
That's
Halle
very
Berry
true.
like kicked off like after that.
And the I think the X-Men movies and like a little before that, she definitely picked up. But still, I bet
Yeah,
most of the
like
budget went to her.
no, because I think Babs was one of Babs was one of her earliest movies.
Mm,
She started kicking off like early 2000s. That's when
yeah,
she popped off a lot. She was like in everything,
I
but
remember
she
the
was like in
Catwoman.
three other movies. She was only
Yeah,
like three other movies before Babs. So yeah, they definitely could afford um
more.
Miss Hallie.
Well, okay. I'm just saying. Like, I feel like. So, what did this movie go? What did the budget go to?
Halle
This
Berry
movie?
was in the she was in the Flintstones. I know that.
Maybe as a cameo because I know she's not in the like
Oh
cast.
my
Cast is she?
god.
Go off, Hallie. We support you around these
Yeah,
parts.
she was like a landlord.
In the Flintstones?
Yeah. Oh my
Go
god.
off. Owning house and real estate. Go off.
I could be lying. But, well, anyways, so we see our main two characters, Miss Halle Berry and Natalie Diesel. I don't know what the characters were called. Um, they go in. First of all, this random fine guy approaches them, like a Caucasian man. It was like, well, you can be on my like movie or whatever the fuck it was, and they're like, oh yeah, would you?
That's so, you know how sometimes when we watch a film and we're like, okay, if we were the main characters, when would the film stop? Because at some point, I'm just getting the hell out of there. And I wrote down a couple
Yeah,
points, right? I wrote down so many
yeah.
points. That was the
Was
point.
that it?
It was the point. That was
Really?
baby.
I
He
don't think
approached me.
so.
No, because listen.
Back then, keep in mind it was the '90s. It was those times that bitches got discovered like walking around.
Oh, that's
You can't do
true.
that nowadays, but
They were
like
desperate.
thinking like back then, yeah,
That's true.
back then I would have because those were literally the times that bitches was walking around and got discovered.
Oh,
Yeah,
you okay? That wasn't the point. I'll take that back.
ah,
So I said
damn,
yes, I would do that. The point where I would have left
that
was
was
when he said, "Actually, truthfully, we're not making a music video." What do you like when the nephew was like,
hmm.
um,
Well, I don't think it was it a music video or was it like an acting gig.
no, at first they were like, "Oh, we need some. We're actually also making a music video. Can you girls come?" And blah blah blah.
Mm,
And then at the table where they were like sitting down, he was like, "Actually, it's not a music video." I would have got
yeah.
my ass up. I would have walked out of
Your
there.
broke ass. You just
Listen,
spent every single
he
cent of your savings,
lied.
and this man,
He
this
lied.
clearly rich ass man in a mansion that you never even approached that level of richness. You're in a fucking mansion, and he's offering you $10,000. Like, oh, you just have to like do this and this.
Why would he lie?
What do you?
There was no reason to lie. It's still an acting gig, but it's not a music video. Why would he lie about something so
I don't
small?
know.
That gave me the instant. My skin, my melanin was tingling. It was like, no, no. Why would you? That's such a like a white lie that only a serial killer could. And I wrote it down too. I'm like,
White lie.
this is giving me. Ooh, this is giving me Get Out vibes. If I didn't know this was a comedy, at that point, I
Yeah.
kind of felt like, oh no, we got to get out, ladies. But imagine this turned into a horror. You first. When was the point where you were like, or did you not get that point? Did you not get to that point?
um,
Please tell me
I
you got to
would
that point.
say I would say like once they started, like I think I was similar to her. Like I think the very moment that I was like, something shady's going on was from their eyes was when the guy was like stealing stuff and he was like, "Oh, we can still work on this together." Like that was like major red flags.
That was the red flag,
But
girl.
I would have felt bad like after no, I would have felt bad like after like just hanging out with the old guy a little bit and just getting like a little bit
Oh,
closer. I'm like, I wouldn't do it after that.
I wrote that down. I was
I would have
like,
definitely like, okay, ooh.
what was it? It was like, oh, waiting for him to die so that they could get their money or something written like that. I was like, damn.
It'd be like that. I
I,
mean,
I mean,
it still be like that.
oh, that's what it was. It was so, basically they just got a sugar grandfather. Good for them.
Mhm,
Using white men money
mhm,
on Black. I'm so happy we watched this during Black History Month.
mhm,
That's the goal. Can I
mhm,
get a
mhm.
amen? Ooh.
Okay, RuPaul. Anyways,
Oh,
um,
listen. I can't say amen.
okay, so they moved in, and they like the first instant, like, oh shit, these bitches ghetto was they couldn't use the bidet. They was
That was a
shocked,
funny
like
part.
they made a mess with the bidet. Jayla, do you know how to use a bidet?
I know how to use a bidet. Like bidets now, they have like instruction pads. They don't have like a faucet. I think I ain't never seen a bidet with a faucet, but they have like a little. You could press buttons on the side of it. That was a, they was slipping and sliding. Her heel came off. That was ghetto. But it was a funny. That was one of the parts that made me laugh. They couldn't just shut it back off the way she turned it on. They had to do all that. Girls, girls, girls. Listen, it cost for outfit change and they got to show off their new outfits. So that's fine. Like for movie reasons. But no, do you know how to use a bidet? Have you ever seen a bidet in person?
In person?
Yeah.
No,
Really?
no.
Where was
Where
I?
would I? Jayla, I'm so pro. Where the heck am I gonna encounter a
So
bidet?
why are you calling them ghetto for not being able to realize how to use a bidet when you haven't even been in near one?
I'm ghetto too. The fuck?
Girl.
You don't think I'm ghetto? No, you know damn well I am.
Ah, for using a
Listen,
bidet?
for not knowing how to use a bidet. That's only rich people.
That is only
I mean,
rich
not the
people.
bunny ones. I'm talking about like those bidets. Because those bidets are still around. I
I
do
have
not know how
never
to
seen
use that
those
shit.
bidets. It's just like a faucet, I
Well,
guess. That's how
clearly, I
they.
know you haven't. No shit.
What do you mean?
Of course you haven't. Where would you
Listen,
see one? Do you have a mansion to go to see a bidet?
a faucet bidet. I don't think mansions now have the faucet bidets. That just sounds
I'm pretty
unclean.
sure they do.
That's
They
disgusting.
do.
That's so gross. Just go in the sink,
That's
I
what I'm
guess.
saying.
No, no. They better than me though. At first, I didn't know it was a bidet. At first, when they walked out, I'm like, is that a dog toilet? Why is it right next to you? It's so weird. Like, huh? I was so confused. But then, like, she turned it on. I'm like, oh
Mhm.
Lord.
These are rich
Oh,
people problems.
that's nasty too. And the fact that it could go that high to splash all over the floor, that's
That's the
nasty.
point. It goes.
Yeah, but not like it has like a pressure point. It's supposed to go up to go back down. It's not supposed to. Maybe the
It
90s was
clinks
an
you right.
experimental. Ugh. Do it. Ugh. No, no. Nah, but that was a funny scene in the film. My other funny scene, which kind of just caught me off guard, was when the butler was at the record store and he was reading from his list of stuff to get. And what did he say?
Mhm.
He said, bitch better have my money or something like that. I'm like, wait,
Yes! It was
Rihanna?
bitch better have my money. That's what I thought too. I was
I
like,
was
oh,
like,
we're not from the times.
nah.
I meant to look it up after. I forgot.
But the fact
Bitch
that
better.
that's still a thing all the way through, that's quote, better have my money. That's like a with the times thing. It was popular back then, it's popular now. It's never gonna leave. Because
I
better have
thought
my money.
Rihanna created that.
Guess not. She must have been a bad a.
When, I don't know when. bitch can drive.
But he said it so he's like, la la, la, Ice
Oh,
Cube, Dre, bitch, you better have my money. I'm like, sir, you are clearly not from the hood, but you're trying your best as a
I
butler.
have no idea. I'm trying to look it up, and the only thing that pops up is Rihanna. So I was confused when they said, I'm like, oh, now you're time traveling.
A little bit of time travel. Ooh, Groundhog's Day was just around the corner. But no, that was a funny movie. That those two were like the funny ones that I remember off the top of my head.
Mm.
Oh, and then another one was when Mickey was like, "Oh, I'm not eating this." When the butler came out with that nasty, dry, uh, uh, that nasty, dry, sparse looking plate of food of white food.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "Give me your plate."
Mm-hmm.
That was funny because he was like, "Huh?"
Mm-hmm.
I imagine how pissed she was in that moment to tell him to get up and be like, "Give me that plate. I'm about to make something you can actually eat."
I found it.
Oh, well, who's the artist?
It's not a song. It's not a song. I think it's an album. No, it's also a song. It's a song in an album. It's by AMG. Have you heard of AMG?
Doesn't ring a bell, but it sounds like a group. Maybe I know people in the group,
Yeah. That is like, ooh, damn.
but they were like Ice Cube. It's funny because like '90s. This was what '97. Ice Cube was there. You know, obviously the rappers were very popular in the '90s, but this movie, I think it tried to make a point to not be like a gangster. Like I think of like the Friday movies that came out around that time. That was very much in the hood, gangsta, stuff like that. This movie made a point to like show that the black culture that they're trying to show is from the feminine side, like the wigs, the hair, the outfit, the clothes. And
Mm-hmm.
I applaud that because like a lot of black movies, I feel like that was secondary. Like the women's fashion was
Yeah,
secondary, and they like I like this movie for doing that. That's like
I
another
liked
prop.
it. It was great. I really liked it. All right. So the funny moments for me were
Hmm.
I really liked when they were doing the phone call and they used the butler as like the in between person because she was talking to the
Mediator.
man. And that was so funny to me. I was like, oh my god, this is so
Uh
serious. Because he was like having to like relate the slang and he did
huh.
not know what they was talking
He's like,
about. Yeah.
and he put the phone to his chest, and he's like, "She biting her lip."
Yeah.
Yes. Like, oh, sir, not you getting in there,
Snitch.
right? And he got up all in her
Mhm.
business and like send the man over. I'm like, he's kind of a real one for
Right.
that. He's kind of a real one for that. But also, why you up in her business like that? Who asked, sir?
Mhm.
Like, ooh. But also, he likes the drama because he watched, what was it? His stories. He watched the stories like the girls were watching them stories.
Mhm.
That's how you know he's got a little bit of spice to him. Not a lot, but he got a little bit just because he watched the stories. Props to my man
He was
Alfred.
old and dramatic.
Yeah.
Alfred. That's the name.
They weren't wrong. That man looked like Alfred.
Mhm.
He was a good butler.
He could have played Alfred.
He could, he said Master Wayne, and the role would have been his. But no, that was a funny part. That was funny. Um,
Mhm.
you did you answer my question? Like, oh, you did. You said when the guy was saying, "Oh, we could still be in this plan together." That's when you would have been like, but at that point, the bad guys were out of the movie. So it wasn't like a. They're actually really lucky that they caught that act going on.
The nephew was still in there though.
He
They
kind of
because
just
they only caught
disappeared.
the. I know. I that felt weird to me because like
Yeah,
he was talking to someone on the phone and there was like a whole plot, and
which
then it
were
was just kind of like, oh, when bro got caught, it was like, oh,
he tried to like play it off.
like nothing. Like he didn't have like a plan B, you know.
No, he just left the
So like
movie.
that, like yeah, it was like, oh well, I'll get the inheritance, I guess. Like I'll just leave it. So yeah, that did not make sense to me.
It didn't. And then another weird choice that didn't make sense to me was that the end of the movie, when they're reading the will, and then the music just swell, like obviously we know what happens afterwards, but the music just swells and we see her mouthing the words and we see people hugging and laughing and stuff. But we don't hear the will. That's like a big
I
point.
know we do not hear what happened.
Girl, why?
I,
What was
that
the
was a little, yeah.
creative
We just
direction
saw like
behind
the
that?
reactions, like, "Oh, I got money." Like, okay, how
Uh-huh.
much money? What he leave you? I don't
Right.
know.
And he was offering 50,000 each to the ladies. So I know that money must have been like up, up. I want to know how much though. Why would they not say?
Imagine 50,000 back. 50,000 back then was easily like for like five
Yes.
hundred thousand
Yes.
for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Which is,
S-
oh. And they ripped it up.
I
They
want.
so better than me. They're so much better than me. I'm telling you
I would
right
have kept.
now.
I would have ripped it up in two.
You a
I would have.
lie.
I don't want it.
Oh,
But it worked out. They got the money
they lucky it worked out
and
because there's no
multiplied
way.
as fuck. Yeah, they good people. I mean, that's the way.
Mhm.
Oh, they're heroes. They're good people. So good for them.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that, and then knowing that the old man knew that they weren't actually his
Hmm.
granddaughter, that was cute. That was sweet.
Yeah. It was like,
Um.
oh, and he knew all along. Like as soon as like they came, that's why he. That's why he probably like got mad. Like, why didn't you tell me? Like that's why he
Oh.
probably got mad like that second. But then he was like, okay, I'm gonna play into it, and like he was good after. But like in
Yeah.
the spot, like he was pissed. Like, what do you mean that's a granddaughter? I know that's not the damn granddaughter.
I think that was another point where I will nah, I'm leaving because he got a little like too mad for me. Like if I was the girls, he got
Mm-hmm.
really mad. I was like, oh no, this white man about to hurt. He's about to lock me in this house
Mm-hmm.
and find out what I know.
And he
I would have
rich
ran.
too, and they black
Uh-uh.
women, and he rich, and they're like in a whole different like state that they don't even know.
They're
Yeah,
brave.
easy. They would it been easy job
Mhm.
back
And they're
then. White
who's gonna look
man.
for them? Their boyfriends that could barely like. How would they know where to? No, they're so brave for that
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah, for
that's what I'm
sure.
saying. This could have easily been a horror. Imagine. Let's imagine this as a horror movie, real quick. I'm laughing
Bro,
because
you're laughing at them
no, no,
dying.
I didn't say dying. They'd be final girls, both of them. In my perfect vision,
Who would that?
this is a horror movie. They would have lived, but they would have had the scare of their lives. I'm thinking Get Out style. This could have
Girl,
been
that's
Get
a
Out before Get
thriller.
Out.
That's
Get
a
Out was.
thriller, not a horror. Then
You don't think Get Out was horror?
it was both horror thriller,
Okay, so it could have been like Get Out.
but
He didn't die at the end of Get Out.
it did not. But there was like quite a few deaths, so it's just them killing the white people.
Well,
I mean, I see it like thriller maybe, but like horror, you need more characters from horror because I don't
that's
see like
true.
the two guys being there unless like the two guys went with them, like then they died off here and there. Yeah,
Nah. Yeah, you're right. More, it would be more characters,
yeah,
more like plot driven stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
but I can
It
see
could have
it.
been thriller, but
That's true.
I don't think a horror would have worked well or been actually a horror.
Working out. I
It
laughed
would have fell
though.
into thriller.
Yeah. I laughed though because I wrote down scary movie, like the movie Scary Movie. And I was thinking because the character, Mickey, her best friend, reminded me a lot of Regina Hall's character, Brenda in the Scary Movie movies. And it got me thinking, what if Holly Berry's character was instead of
What is
Cindy?
that supposed to mean?
What do you think it means?
I don't know. You said that she reminded you. How does she remind you? I think they're
The
very
hair?
completely different women.
What do you mean? They both love the
What
style.
do
They
you mean
both
the
love
hair?
hair. What do you mean? If given the opportunity, I feel like Brenda is a character who would have had that hairstyle. All I'm saying is,
Brenda always had good hair. She did always had good
except,
hair.
except, I think it was Scary Movie 4. Ooh, those braids were awful. Those braids were so bad. It was her as a school teacher. Do you remember?
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Whoever did that did not love
Yeah.
her. You know what?
I don't
No.
know.
Wait, but imagine these main characters as Brenda and Cindy in Scary Movie. Like, imagine replacing them. That would be so fun. I
They would
feel
have
like,
survived.
ah, you think so?
They're too. No. I think by the end of the movie, sure. But like in the beginning of the movie, they were too. But like scary movies also stupid.
It
So I
is.
guess it's if it's like with the stupid characters, then yeah, sure.
I'm thinking that.
Yeah.
Like, stupid,
Yeah.
but also they have
Yeah.
this little, like, I don't know, Southern charm.
Oh, remember? No, they would have survived because remember the scene. No, they do. Remember the scene when they caught freaking Antonio stealing, and there was like, "I'm gonna
They were,
Mike
ooh.
Tyson your ass."
They were, ooh, they were kicking his
Mhm. Remember
ass.
me? Remember that scene with Brenda when she was beating up the girl from the ring? She was like, "Oh, oh, girl,
Uh,
let's go. Oh, you wet my
she
floor."
paid the floor. Yeah, you know what? So, they both got
Mm,
moves. It was at the end of the second scary movie also where they had that little fight sequence with like Charlie's Angels and or was it Kill Bill? One of them. And they were dressed up in the like black suits and they were fighting. I could see it. That would be so fun. I'm
mm-hmm.
telling you right now. But that was my 2 cents. Like if these
True.
movies, if Cindy was black, basically.
You're like, this should have been a horror movie. Fuck it being all nice. No,
No,
that's cute.
yeah, it was cute.
Okay. So yeah. So what is your over or do you have anything else too that you want to mention about this movie?
I just think like you said, overall, it was cute.
Mm-hmm.
I want more movies like this, but modernized. But when I
Mm-hmm.
say modernized, that doesn't mean like take out like the style, like the clothing, the style, none of that. When I say modernized, I mean like I think it's mainly with the jokes. I wish a lot more jokes like hit. I was entertained in this
Mm.
movie, but I wish it did have like a
It was
lot more humor.
entertaining.
Yes, but I want more of that
That's
raunchy
fair.
humor. That white chicks
Yeah.
humor. That would have been cool.
And you know how White Chicks got rated, so maybe not. Ooh.
This movie got rated better than White Chicks on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
And you know how White Chicks was rated, so maybe not. Because you know white people be not liking that humor. They do
listen. And you
not
know
be
what?
liking that humor. And
They
it's not for
said,
them, so they shouldn't have.
right.
But like
And they said
because
White Chicks couldn't be made
that
today.
what pissed
So,
me off. That's
what?
what pissed me huh?
What pissed you off?
That what pissed because a lot of the people rating these movies are not members of those communities. Like we
Yeah,
grew up in these communities,
right.
and a lot of people rating it like, "Oh, I don't get it." No, of course you don't get it. You don't understand the little like banter and stuff.
Right.
It's not for you. So I'm
Hmm.
I'm still pissed off that White Chicks was rated that low. That
That
movie is a
low.
fucking masterpiece, and that was insane. Anyway, that's a rant for another fucking day. However,
It
Babs
is.
Babs should have been rated higher too. Why was Babs rated so low?
I don't know. Like,
Why?
it was, I
I
think
mean,
maybe,
yes, there were like some plot points here and there, but also
yeah.
like it was such a fun movie, and it had an amazing ending. You know what I like when movies have like like a resolution ending, like when like it ends and it's
Uh,
like a good ending, but then you hear like the end, but also the beginning, and like you see like that also
that
like
was
a little
cute.
like play from it. I love when movies do that, especially like if it's like a fun like header movie like this was. Like I love when they do
Oh,
that because I'm like, okay, what happened then? Like give us a little glimpse. Like I got closure with this movie, and I'm happy that I did.
that's
Because if it
good.
would have been, oh, they got the money, but I'm like, ooh, what did they do with the money though? Like, did they get the house? Because we don't know what they got. So like, oh,
They, like,
so it's good
yeah,
that we got like that little clip. I love the fact that they have like that little like ending. Like, ooh.
that was
So yeah.
cute. I liked, like, they
Hmm.
actually, the title was the end and then it switched and then it said and the beginning. That's what he's
Yeah,
talking
that was
about.
amazing. I love that. Hmm.
Especially, no, they couldn't
Yeah.
have ended it as like it was because the music just swelled. We didn't hear how much. I was so upset.
But like
Nah.
that's how a bunch of movies end. So I'm
Yeah,
like, it would have been like, oh, but
unsatisfying.
I'm so happy that they did that because I was like,
Hmm.
okay, great. It was like a nice little bow. Like, okay,
Oh,
yay! Like
nice.
I'd watch it again. Do you think you'd watch this movie again?
Not anytime soon. I just the thing is, I it's a comedy movie. I would like more comedy aspects. What I feel like about this movie is I feel like I could quote it a little bit. Like I feel like I could quote some parts and it actually be funny. Like
Yeah,
like Baps. Maybe that will wheeze its way into my vocabulary. Um,
Larry.
the bidet was funny. Alfred was funny. Um,
Alfred was so funny.
yeah, I feel
That's
like
what
there
I'm
was
calling like everyone.
every time you see a white, tall, old man who's kind of like speaking British, Alfred. Alfred.
I like the fashion back. You know I'm a fashion like
Right.
person, and I just love like individualized fashion.
Yeah.
Like I wish people still dressed up like Jillo. You should dress up like that.
At the beginning of the movie,
Huh? Yeah, like
listen.
not like that, like that. Yeah, no, not like that, like that. Because yes, it was like mad tacky, but
Oh,
like do like what you. It's true. Who's gonna hurt you? It was tacky,
listen. That
but it was
wasn't
like
in my
good. It
mouth.
was tacky in a good way.
Mm.
I said it and I
It was
meant it, and I'll say it
flavorful.
again. It was tacky.
Oh,
It was tacky in a good way. No, but it was,
okay.
and
I didn't
I
say it.
loved it. Shayla, stop trying to make that into a
I'm
thing. I
not, but
said it
I
and I
didn't.
meant it.
Okay.
Yes, you
All
are. You're
right.
like, oh. Every time I repeat it, you're like, oh.
Yeah, it makes me a little like nervous, man. You saying it's tacky. Ooh,
Nervous
that's
for
not
what?
for
It
you.
was it was tacky, and
They
I'm saying
call
that's a
it,
good thing, not like a bad
well, I
thing.
think it reminds me of, remember when PHAT was a thing in like the sweatpants? Everyone had like fat PHAT written on their butts and like the sweaters. Kind of reminds me of that.
Mm.
I think they call it ghetto fabulous, that fashion. Um,
I,
I think that's like a
I
theme, like
think
a party theme. Baps, like a Baps party theme sounds really fun.
hmm,
That would be fun.
let's say this is like the fashion. I it's frustrating because like looking back at it and like the fashion, like what they is because I'm looking at the pictures right now. It's like it's literally like the black, which is kind of not like a great synonym or comparison, but it's like the black Clueless, you know. Like what
Oh.
that's what I'm thinking because Clueless, you know how like it was like iconic, like you see that's what Babs gives me, but it didn't. It wasn't
Mm,
able to like get
like
the
capitalize
basically
on
the
it.
flowers it deserves. It didn't get the
Yeah,
flowers, so like it's not like as a staple. I'm not saying Clueless because Clueless also like for back then like
it
they
didn't
did
get.
have like a main black character, you know.
That's true.
So it wasn't like just white people. So it was like both because Sis was rocking her braids and Clueless and still looking
That's true.
fabulous as fuck,
It's
as they
very true.
fucking should. But this could have been like also like because I feel like this fashion, like that's what I want to see people expressing themselves and just like going off, like
Yeah,
I
and
wish
not
people would still not look default, but just with their default ass clothing.
exactly, and not at
Yeah,
the end change it all once you get rich. Not be colonized.
yeah. Don't
Yeah,
get colonized. You
I
should
would
be
like that
more extravagant, like
more.
more like
That
yeah,
would be like a fun. Like
ostrich feathers.
imagine a black time travel movie where like someone from today goes back and it's like Baps, but like it's like the whole block. Maybe there's like a block party and you see the
That's
fashion.
so. Don't say it. No, stop,
Oh,
stop.
oh, trademarked. Nah.
Stop you right
Ooh,
there, sis. Okay,
yeah.
talking a little too much.
Not me doing the work. Ooh, okay, never mind, never mind.
What? What do you say?
I think we are talking about rating this film. Rating this film. So
Mm,
yeah, maybe I would. It's oh, this is a good background movie. I feel like you could tune in at any moment and be like, oh,
no, I want to rewatch it again. It's a background
oh,
movie, but like at least for like the first whole half, like I'll be like invested.
oh, okay, okay, yeah,
Not the first half, like the
two
first third,
thirds. Oh, like less
first
than
third.
half.
Like until like they get to the mansion. Like after the bidet scene, like I'll probably tune off a bit, and then like tune back in like in little scenes here and there.
Yeah.
Like the restaurant scene, like I'll probably like, ooh,
Oh,
look at that, I'm being a mess.
another funny moment. Oh my god! The secondhand embarrassment I got a little bit from that scene. I was like,
Yes, I was like,
oh,
girl.
that I
Yeah.
just remembered.
But don't you know someone that act like that? I know
Yeah,
people that act like that. You know, we got family that be acting like.
me too. I'm thinking of my aunt. I'm thinking of my aunt right now. If she saw Denzel Washington, she would. Oh
Mhm.
my gosh!
Aunties, even my fucking mother too. I bet.
Really?
She's like, ooh, ooh,
Ooh,
these people ain't got not an
no
ounce of freaking
shame.
shame in their body, and
Honestly,
none.
that's how you get known, I guess. But oh
Mm.
no. But that just reminded me
Listen.
of like one more funny. It wasn't funny, but like I felt it in my soul when she was in the pool and she dipped underwater and she's like, "My hair! I got my hair wet." Oh,
She
I
were like, I
felt.
was that. Mm-hmm.
I felt so
Imagine.
bad. Oh my god, because
Mm.
the chlorine and you got your hair
Imagine like
wet.
you just imagine you just got your hair done. You just wash your hair
No,
and you get that shit. What? I would have been
that
pissed.
was
Like,
a
oh.
that was a black tragedy right there.
But I also know better to be on the pool
When you just got right,
with
right.
my hair out. Like
Yeah.
I know better than that.
She was just trying to enjoy herself, I guess. But like, girl,
Without no like, come
protection.
on, a little bit. Like at least because there's gonna be like at least like a splash or two because you're not in the pool by yourself. If you're in the pool by yourself, okay, sure, but you're in the pool with other bitches. Like, come
Right.
on, and they're out here playing ball with balls and stuff.
In
Like, what
the
did you
you're right.
expect?
Nah. And the humidity
That was on
itself,
her.
like your hair would have been
Yeah,
at least frizzy by the end of
mhm,
it. So that was
right.
on her.
That was on her.
But
Hmm.
still, a black tragedy waiting to happen.
Hmm.
But
Listen.
rating wise, I give
Hmm.
this a 7.8.
We're not doing that again, Jayla.
Why
No,
can't I have my
come on.
special decimals? That's how I feel, Edgar. That's how I feel.
It's either a point five or an eight.
Why?
You can't be
7.5.
halfway of the halfway. 7.5.
Only because,
Okay.
like, again, the message, just getting rid of that tackiness for money, it just
Mhm.
doesn't sit right with me.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely. You know what? I was gonna give it an. I was between a 7.5 and an 8.
Hmm.
I'm leaning towards an 8. Like, I really want to give it an 8, but like, 8. But it's at 8.
Like a 7.8? Is that where you're headed?
No, no, not at all. I
Oh,
am in between. Like, I'm debating because I did not like that the fact like because I didn't also like catch that like like
while
big wise.
watching.
I did notice like, oh, why aren't they dressing up all cute anymore? Like, oh,
Mm.
there's
Hmm.
wait, that scene though when she had like that bob and she had like that like I killed your husband like robe, the
Oh,
yellow one.
yeah. That was good. There, you know what? Seeing like,
With the lighting, that shot was so fucking beautiful.
yeah, I
Oh
wish we
my
could
god, like
see
this.
side by side the costumes, like that wardrobe
Mm-hmm.
budget. Maybe that's where the
Mm-hmm.
budget went to the wardrobe because they had to go out.
Mm-hmm.
You're
That
right.
was amazing. But I don't. I would say I don't think they lost themselves though. Like they stopped wearing stuff, but they didn't completely lose themselves. Like by the end of the movie, they were
Okay.
still opened up their like food and hair salon like and they were still. I would say like it was a show like within them and I would deduct points. I'll give it an 8. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll just round it up and give it an 8. Yeah,
Okay. Give it its
I
flowers.
think I'm doing it for them.
Doing
Yeah,
it for
I'm
them.
giving it the rightful flowers
Uh
that they
huh.
deserve. Yeah.
That's good. You know what? You do it for the both of us.
Anyways, thank you all for listening to our renting review, and we'll see y'all next week with another renting review for another film.
Yes, we will. And if you like this conversation, please go check out some of our other videos and follow us on Instagram at the BFF Reel. And we'll catch y'all next time. Bye.
Oh, wait. Announcement. Sorry. We'll
Oh,
catch y'all next time. But also, you can listen to the BFF Real podcast if you're not already on Spotify. Eee! So you could now see us on YouTube or listen to us on Spotify and more to come soon.
more to come.
Yay!
Bye, y'all.
Bye bye.